Good morning, Rep. Freeman. How are you?
Good morning, Rep. Carlson.
So I need you to help me out a little bit because I think the term reproductive care can be overly ambiguous.
Sure.
And I think a lot of times it's used to talk about women's health care broadly, but also include abortion. And so on one hand, you have the women's health care issues and the life of the mother's health, woman's health, which I fully appreciate. I appreciate the story of your sister. I was texting my wife just a minute ago to make sure it was okay that I shared this story. But for my wife and I, we really struggled to have kids. My wife had multiple miscarriages. I remember one time where, healthy baby, healthy heartbeat, everything great, and then started having some issues, went back to the doctor, no heartbeat, checked multiple times, all of that. And the question of, they said, look, well, we need to do a DNC. And the conflict, right? Because you're there hoping and wanting to see a healthy baby, and you're confronted with all of these emotions, right? And so I understand and appreciate your desire to protect the health of a mother, but to extend that to really effectively, and I think Rep. Weibel asked, your constitutional amendment fully legalizes abortion in the state of Louisiana, right? And that's my problem. That's why I disagree with talking primarily about reproductive health care and that 53% of the state across all parties support it. Because when you use that broad term, people don't know specifically what you're talking about. And I think our law was called draconian laws. I think protecting the life of an unborn child, to me, is not a draconian law. And so, when I read this bill, I'm looking at, all persons have the right to decide and implement their decisions regarding reproductive health care. It goes on and on. So your constitutional amendment says that you believe that in the state of Louisiana, we should be able to allow abortion, period.
Yes, that's what the amendment says.
At any stage of pregnancy.
That's what the amendment says. But I'd be willing to discuss other options of how and where and when and whether that involves other certain time periods.
But as it's written, at any point in the pregnancy.
Yes, that's the
healthy or unhealthy, doesn't matter.
That's the proposed bill, yes.
Okay.
Correct, Dr. Carlson.
And it's for those reasons. I mean, I fully 100% support women's health. I also fully and 100% support the life of an unborn child. And I don't think those two statements are mutually exclusive, right? I don't think that it has to be one or the other. I think it can be both. And so I appreciate you being here this morning, but I certainly, could not and will not support any constitutional amendment that would legalize abortion.